Hours of operation are 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Good morning, yes, Marshall service. Can I help you?
Good morning. I think you just transferred me. It went to a weird machine. Who is the supervisory deputy marshal?
Yes, may I ask the reason for your call?
I said, who
Maybe I
is it?
can transfer you to someone else.
I said, who is it? Huh?
I said, may I know the reason for your call? Maybe I can transfer you to someone else.
Well, I was trying to reach the supervisory deputy U.S. marshal. He had communicated something out. Who is the supervisory deputy U.S. marshal for up there in Oxford?
His name is William Donald.
William Donald.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to get a hold of him.
One moment.
All right.
What's your name, sir?
Do what?
What is your name?
My name is Don.
Dunn.
Yeah.
What's your last name?
Well, I'd like to speak with. Is there an assistant available? I really, honestly, until I actually get speak to him, I don't want to. The U.S. Marshal Service is up to some shady shit. This is, I go by Don all the time. I'll just go ahead and tell you. This is Matthew Reardon. Pass the message along to him. I don't know who the hell he thinks he is, putting out BOLOs. Um, actually communicating over state lines to Louisiana and sending over basically a BOLO for journalistic activity. But I want to let him know that I'm doing some digging into him now, since he did some unfair digging into me. I'm an investigative journalist. I'm working on a story, and actually, whether or not he wants to speak to me is irrelevant. I want to give him the opportunity to at least be able to put his side out, or at least be able to give a response, something that the government's never done to me. But either way it goes, I'm going to run the story. And so if he wants to provide response to the records that I was able to obtain through FOIA from Washington, D.C., I will gladly allow him to respond and put that in the story.
And it's coming from the Northern District of Mississippi.
That's right. So let him know, We the People News. I'm going to be publishing to We the People News. That's what I've been publishing to. And if I think that's a pretty slime bag move that 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 he did. I mean, and I've got the emails, So if he wants to, he's more than welcome to reach out to me and give comment. Otherwise, he can stay. He's more than welcome to stay silent. I don't have to put his response out there, but I'm willing to give him the opportunity to respond to what he's done and put that in the story.
Okay, and so since you give me all that, give me your last name, and I'll tell him to give you a call back.
It's Reardon, Reardon.
A-R.
Reardon.
Hold on, say it one more time, a little bit slow for me.
Reardon.
Alrighty. And your number is
That's
346-500. Alrighty, I will let him know.
Okay.
To give you a call back.
All right. So you're tuning in live for National Fuck the U.S. Marshals Day. This is We the People News. We're live outside the John M. Shaw United States Courthouse, where these tyrants with the U.S. Marshals Service think that it's okay to criminalize journalism and the First Amendment. Had BOLOs put out. I knew that there was funny business going on. Y'all want me to come in? Hey, they're trying to wave me in the courthouse. So he just waved me in. Should I accept the invitation? I think I should accept the invitation. Because I wasn't going to go in there. I was perfectly fine staying out here. But I just got an invitation into the courthouse. So let's go into the courthouse. I will never turn down an invitation such as that. But you locked the doors on me. But y'all locked the doors on me. Hello. After you. Well, look who it is.
Hey man, look, I'm gonna tell you one time. Can't be in here to report it, you'll be arrested.
Okay, you called me in here. You son of a bitch, I was outside on the fucking sidewalk. You told me to come in here, motherfucker. I'm going outside. You called me in here, motherfucker. You baited me in here, you piece of shit. Fucking pussy. You fucking pussy. Fuck your mom. He literally waved me in here. He told me to come inside. Was grinning and then told me he was going to throw me in handcuffs as soon as I walked in the doors. A public building. Now they just asked for it. I'm on the public sidewalk by the road, peacefully exercising my rights. And he's over there smiling. There's a big part of me that wants to go back in and take the arrest. There's a big part of me that wants to go back in and take the arrest. Because that's entrapment and violation of my First Amendment rights. But I do know this. This is not their fucking property. This is we the people's. This is where they take an issue and they pour gasoline on it and they make it 10 times worse. 10 times worse. Okay? When they openly invited me up there just for me to go through the door and for them to try to threaten me with arrest. Happy National Fuck the U.S. Marshals Day. Here's what we're going to do here. I'll put this right here. Oh. Sounds recording right against the glass. Get the tyrants on the inside. Yeah, these are the real sovereign citizens inside. That's right. These are the real sovereign citizens, and this is how they get exposed. Okay? This is what happens when they go and criminalize free speech. When they criminalize journalism. That's what happens when they criminalize a camera of mass destruction. I'm trying to find a good place to put this down at. I wish I had another tripod. It's a collective effort of everybody to stand up for their rights. Where does it say stay off? So what gives you the authority to tell me a damn thing? You need to keep on stepping, and I mean it. Buddy. I ain't playing your games. That's why I say happy National Fuck the U.S. Marshals Day. Go 10-8. Keep on stepping. I'm going to make you look like an idiot today. You might want to go 10-8. 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 You put hands on me, I'm going to defend myself. I'm going to tell you that right now. All right? You're going to get sprayed down. What'd they tell you inside? Huh? Well, I know you went in to go talk to them. Oh, I'm not going anywhere. Absolutely not. I haven't done a thing wrong. I'm not going a place. And you can't make me go a place. I'm not trespassing. I'm on public fucking property. Okay, let's see. I'll take the arrest. I'll take the arrest right here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Come on with it. Come on with it. These people put out BOLOs for no reason, circulating my picture, criminalizing journalism, and when they try to silence our voice, we the people get louder. Operation Silence the Press. See, these people need to learn. Learn. And see, it starts right here with the 911 dispatchers. Because when somebody is actually well within their rights doing something, the 911 dispatchers don't even need to allow resources to get burned in the first place. I'm standing my ground. I'm holding my ground on this one. I'm not leaving. I'm not getting pushed off my spot. I'm holding my ground. I'm holding the line. Got to hold the line. When you're well within your rights, you cannot get pushed away. I mean, you give them an inch and they take a mile. Got to hold the line, folks. Got to hold the line. Huh? You need to suck my dick. I'm on public fucking property. Let's go. Let's go. No, you're not. I'm getting it. You ain't gonna touch my camera. You ain't touching my camera. You ain't touching my camera. I'm getting my camera.
You grab your camera and you move it right now. If you don't, I am seizing this camera.
Is that right?
That is absolutely right.
So what? So this door.
You've got 1 second.
This door is locked.
You've got 1 second.
This door is locked.
This is an entryway. You can put it on the other side of the barricade.
I'm right. I'm fine right here.
2,
I'm
1.
really. Oh! Ah! 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 Ah!
Congratulations.
Good.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say you can will be against the report of law. You have the right to consult an attorney, have attorney prisoner questioning.
I want an attorney.
You cannot afford
I want an attorney. I want an attorney.
In 1971, the court drew a line in Cohen v. California. Paul Cohen's "fuck the draft jacket" wasn't polite, but it was speech. Justice Harlan's reminder: one man's vulgarity is another's lyric. Wasn't just clever phrasing. It was constitutional bedrock. The First Amendment protects the raw and the uncomfortable, because power doesn't get to dictate tone. 17 years later, NWA pushed that line further. Fuck the Police was banned from radio, condemned by politicians, and earned the group a warning letter from the FBI. But it survived. Not because gatekeepers approved, but because courts had already established in cases like Cohen that profanity and anger are protected when they are political speech. The music didn't just survive. It became an anthem against police abuse, echoing what the court had acknowledged years before. Offensiveness is not a crime. Now in 2025, I found myself living that same fight in flesh and bone. My camera was my lyric. My audit, my anthem. Yet the U.S. Marshals tried to crush it with fists instead of bans. They treated journalism like contraband, seizing equipment as if recording itself were illegal. They dragged me into cells, beat me, mocked me, and tried to rewrite the law with violence. What they could not silence with statutes, they tried to silence with shackles. The irony is bitter. The FBI once threatened NWA for words. Today, federal agents brutalize citizens for cameras. Tools of transparency. Both reveal the same truth. When speech exposes authority, authority will try to call it dangerous. Through FOIA, I had already uncovered evidence of U.S. Marshals Service bulletins and BOLOs targeting me, documents redacted so heavily you could barely read them, but enough to show they were treating journalism and First Amendment auditing as crimes. Those documents foreshadowed what came next. And now, because of what has happened, those pages must be unredacted. The conspiracy is no longer theoretical. It is lived proof. On August 25th, 2025, outside the Federal Courthouse in Lafayette, Louisiana, Marshal Hayden Newsom ordered me to move my camera away from a locked courthouse door. He threatened to seize it if I didn't comply. I complied. I backed up with my tripod and 4K camera in hand. That's when he attacked. He slammed me to the ground. My brand new gimbal was destroyed. My tripod shattered into pieces against me and underneath me. My 4K camera was wrecked. He violently accosted me as if press equipment was contraband. They dragged me into a holding cell. That's where Newsom drove his knuckles into my chest while I struggled to breathe. My heart was pounding, 140 to 160 beats a minute. When I knocked his arm away to stop the pain, he threatened me again and again. Assault on a federal officer. They laughed while I gasped for air. They delayed calling 911 for nearly an hour. When the paramedics finally arrived, they mocked me, saying I was just trying to delay jail. At the hospital, the indifference continued. Dismissive, condescending, unwilling to acknowledge the injuries inflicted by federal hands. When I was discharged late at night, Marshal Newsom shackled me and handed me off to Deputy Olivet of St. Martin Parish Jail. I asked before he even pulled out of the lot, "What am I being booked on?" Deputy Olivet admitted there was no charge, just a hold for the U.S. Marshals. I told him directly, transporting me without charge is kidnapping under 18 U.S. Code 1202. He claimed he was following orders. I reminded him of Nuremberg, that just following orders is never a defense. He drove me anyway. At St. Martin Parish Jail, the abuse escalated. Deputy Olivet and a female booking officer nearly broke my wrist, hoisting me by handcuffs ratcheted down so tight I could feel my bones grinding. It was torture, plain and simple. They threw me into a tiny freezing cell with only a torn blanket. I had no food the entire day. I lay on concrete in pain from my chest, my wrist, my ribs, mocked by guards who treated my suffering as entertainment. And all the while, the marshals laughed about what they had done. Laughing at destroyed equipment. Laughing at a broken body. Laughing at constitutional rights discarded like trash. This is not law enforcement. This is not justice. This is a conspiracy. One already foreshadowed in the FOIA records. One that is now spilled into the open through violent arrest, torture, medical neglect, and unlawful detention. In 1971, the Supreme Court said the government cannot criminalize vulgar speech. In 2025, the U.S. Marshals Service tried to erase that ruling with fists, with broken equipment, with shackles and cold cells. But here's the truth. They failed. I'm still here. I'm still speaking. And I will not stop. Because history will not absolve those who hide behind just following orders. It will remember those who stood. This is the warning. This is the record. And this is not the end.
Olivia, I need to know I guess an email address. I was trying to go ahead and get it printed out over here. I've got a legal demand that I need to serve on this jail, on the sheriff's department. So I guess if I can get an email address so I can send that right now, and I can go ahead and get.
I don't know like right offhand what the email address would be. So obviously, like I said, I want to be honest. And I really don't know what it is.
All right. Well, can you figure it out then?
Yeah. Or only thing I could probably tell you would probably come back like Monday when the office is open, and they could get the like an email or something like that, something you know what I'm saying? To get where you could send an email out.
Because y'all fucked up whenever y'all did what y'all did to me. You know that, right? Y'all fucked up bad. I mean, you knew that night whenever you took me over here, you knew you were doing wrong. You knew you were booking me into this jail on no charge. That was kidnapping. And I explained that to you. You brought me here. There was no charge when y'all booked me into the jail. How do you justify booking a free citizen into jail, into a cage, and then on top of that, the torture that I went through? I don't know if you recall. I'm sure you recall because you know how painful it was. You know how I was screaming because I was literally toted by the chain of my handcuffs with it ratcheted down as just about as tight as y'all could ratchet it down. You know y'all fucked up. And I'm holding y'all to account.
I can really talk right now because I gotta get home. So,
well, I sure wish I could have gone home whenever y'all played the fucking stupid ass games that y'all played. That shit's not cool at all. How would you like to get locked into a cage on something, not even getting charged? But because you wear a uniform, it's all right. You can get away with it. You motherfuckers need to start watching what the fuck you do. Hey, I need a email address to send a legal document to. I need an email address of somebody in booking that I can send a legal demand to. Well, I think it's pretty shitty that they closed the fucking office down at noon on Friday. Who does that? Wow. It's ridiculous. But they have no problem leaving the jail open 24/7 and booking people in here on no charges, right? Yeah, I know they don't. Because I can attest to it. Can I what? I'm on a fucking sidewalk. I'm not trying to be nice. Because you know what? Y'all tortured me. And I'm holding y'all to account. You tortured me. Yes. I was booked in here on no charge. I was kidnapped.
And then I was tortured. I had the handcuffs that were locked down. Literally, I mean, I could feel my bones grinding, and I was intentionally ripped out of the van because I wasn't gonna participate in my own kidnapping, and I was carried by the chain of the handcuffs into booking. Yeah, that's your answer. Like that's a normal fucking thing. You goddamn right I've got a complaint. You're dismissed. Yeah, you sure can. I'd like an email address. I mean, the longer that you drag this out, the longer I stay here. I need an email address to send a legal demand letter. And then I'll bring a paper copy up here Monday, but I want to send the legal demand letter. Okay, but I want to get it in somebody's hands tonight. You're not going to get it in anybody's hands tonight, sir. I think I will, or I'll be out here. I mean, or like y'all love to say, we can do this the easy way, or we can do this the hard way. It's up to you. I'm not playing this tyrant bullshit. Y'all tortured me. You booked me into jail on no charge. I have every reason to be fucking pissed. Hey, you got a handicap pass? You got a handicap pass for that vehicle?
Can y'all send a deputy to the office? We have an individual walking around with a camera.
Oh yeah, the camera on mass destruction. Shut up, Delani. Oh, wow, you can see? Tell him I'm on a public sidewalk, Delani. Tell him I'm on a fucking public sidewalk. Snitch. Well, I guess we're about to have some contact. Because of a snitch calling about a guy with a camera on a public sidewalk. Redressing his grievances with his government. Cry me a fucking river, pansy. Let's see who draws the short straw and gets sent out here. It should have been your ass.
This instructs you now to stay off the sheriff's office property.
I'm on a fucking public sidewalk.
Being warned right now.
Yeah, I'm on a public sidewalk. Your fucking bullshit ass directives don't mean shit to me.
You're on the sidewalk now.
You're dismissed, motherfucker. Okay, right here, sidewalk. Right here, sidewalk, dumbass. Hey, right here's a sidewalk, dumbass. It's the only place I've been. Idiot. You're dismissed. Take your fucking ass inside. Oh, did you draw the short? We got the popo. Two of them. So you drew the short straw tonight, huh? All right. So let me go ahead. I know y'all are gonna want to know what's going on. These sons of bitches kidnapped me. They tortured me. I was August 25th. I was booked into jail on no charge. You cannot. Due process requires that in order to take a free man and lock him in a cage, there must be charges. They locked me up regardless on a hold for the U.S. Marshals because the U.S. Marshals violated my rights and broke my camera gear over me back in Lafayette and then just told them to hold me overnight. And that's what they did. But to make matters even worse, when we got here to the jail at nighttime, when Deputy Lafayette brought me here, and I warned him this was kidnapping, I wasn't going to participate in my own kidnapping. They had the handcuffs cinched down so tight on my wrist I could feel my bones grinding, and they literally lifted me up by the chain of the handcuffs and toted me inside. That's torture. I don't know if you know how bad that hurts, okay? I didn't think waterboarding was so bad, you know, just the sound of it. That's probably worse than waterboarding, to be lifted up and carried by your handcuff. So all I'm wanting, and like I keep telling you, we can do this the easy way or the hard way. All it takes is a little bit of compliance. I need an email address to send a legal demand letter to, because the traffic, I got here a little late and I couldn't get it printed off. It was kind of a last minute thing because I didn't realize that my attorney was not going to file for this particular stuff because it's part of a civil matter. I need an email address because I want to send this stuff out. Look, this guy needs to go back to eating some fucking Twinkies or something. I don't know what his deal is. I want an email address so I can send my legal demand letter. Yeah. And then I'm going to bring a physical copy by at the beginning of next week. But it's important to me to make sure that this digital copy gets into the hands of somebody today so that it officially puts the hold on this evidence. I know, that's ridiculous. Yeah, because you know what? If they would just simply comply, I could have done my thing and been out of here. But now there's 4 freaking cops over here over me redressing my grievance after getting tortured and booked into jail with no charge. I know when I'm requesting. It's on the legal demand. But making threats, it's all on video. It's been live streamed. The whole thing's live streamed. That's a false report. He just made a false report to law enforcement. That is a false report he just made.
I'm with the city police, all right? The sheriff's office deputies give me a call.
I want him charged. That was a false report of a crime.
Well, I don't have any clue. Like I said, you said you have it on video. That's cool, but I don't know what.
Okay, but because he's a law enforcement officer, that means that you just take his word right away when I'm telling you that this whole thing is live streamed. He's saying I was on their property. I've been on a public sidewalk literally the entire time. So, but you're going to take his word because he's a cock-sucking damn.
The sheriff's deputy's coming. They said it was a disturbance, so we came to back her up.
A disturbance, my ass. I have a right to redress my grievances after everything that happened.
But she's not going to help you with what you need. We with the city.
I want that lying son of a bitch charged right there. No, I want him charged. I want him charged. He said that I threatened him and that I was on their property, and both of them are lies. In fact, like I said, the live stream is going, We the People News. Go there, and you can actually go back and actually watch it right now to see that he lied. That's a crime. He needs to be charged. This is We the People News. Yeah, this is the problem. Okay, bad cops they're the worst threat to a good law enforcement officer, if there is such a thing. A dirty, crooked cop like him that will lie and try to get y'all to take his back.
Like I said,
He's a corrupt piece of shit is what he is. I want him to go back to eating a box of Twinkies and freaking do something on his official time. He lied. He made a false report to law enforcement. I got this on video. Both of the things that he told them.
What's your name?
I'm not answering questions.
So listen, where, what you doing, what you trying to do,
What is that?
okay? Trying to get us to act out of pocket.
No.
Or out of way.
Wrong.
Correct.
Wrong.
Okay.
Do you want to know the truth? No. Wrong. No. You stop talking.
Okay.
Do you want to know the truth?
I don't. don't.
Shut up.
For lawful reasons.
Shut up then.
Okay. You were on property.
I was on a public sidewalk.
Then you probably had a legal and lawful reason to be.
I was tortured by this jail, and I was booked under no charge. I didn't make any threats.
So once you started making threats,
It's all on live stream. This is what I'm talking about. Y'all listen to a lying sack of shit like him. Look at the live stream. The live stream, it's public. People are watching it. They saw. Okay, then don't take his word because he's a fuck.
but does it very much seem like you want to communicate with me? No,
Am I being detained?
you're not.
All right, have a good day.
You as well.
I'm not answering questions. I'm not having any kind of consensual contact. You don't want to hear the truth. You want to listen to lies, so fuck off. I'm not on the property over here. That right there is a public sidewalk. Nope. I'm sorry. That is a public sidewalk.
You were on where you were making threats as part of the jail.
Making threats? Okay, what are you going off of saying that I was making threats?
The deputy.
Okay.
Your badge is probably a lot more than your live stream.
You know what? If you motherfuckers would do your job and actually look at the video, if y'all would look at it, you would see he's a lying sack of shit and you're a corrupt sack of shit.
Probably. Only on Tuesday.
Go fuck yourself. What is your name and badge number actually?
My name is Deputy Colombo. Badge number 2221. Anything else?
2221. A name and badge number? 1044. Name and badge numbers? Vincent 67 and Rumble 141. So he told y'all the lies? No, he told them. He told them and it's on video. He told them and it's on video. He told them and it's on video. Okay, he could have still.
Have a good day.
Fuck you.
Have a good day.
Fuck you.
How you family said hello. Have a good day.
Eat shit.
Okay.
Yeah, fucking dyke ass bitch. I'm not answering any more questions because, yeah, but y'all don't care about the truth. If you did, you would have. If you did, you would have shut her the fuck down.
But we don't work with that. This is the sheriff's office. The sheriff's office runs the jail. We came there, the world Patriot News.
No, I have Patriot News, but We the People News. I'll go ahead and tell you. Look, you know what? Hey, immerse yourself in the truth, okay? Because that's what I publish is I back it up by truth, and it's, I'm sick and tired of this shit going on where, do y'all realize that it's people like her and people like him that make y'all's job more dangerous?
But you got to think of this, that, sir, not perfect, but they're doing a job to protect everybody.
All right, let me ask you this question real quickly, okay? Do you not think that when I expose tyrants, the bad cops, that I'm saving lives with the good officers? Do you not think that there's a chance that if it weren't for people like me exposing bad people like her and like him,
But you're taking 10 minutes and you don't know what she's done. She's done
It doesn't-
things out there
it
and saved lives.
you know what? It doesn't matter. The second you turn your back and allow a crime to be committed, allow somebody's rights to be violated.
What rights of yours were violated?
I just told you.
No, you didn't.
When that deputy lied and said that I was on y'all's,
What rights of yours were violated?
when that deputy,
What rights of yours were violated?
all right, let me swear an affidavit. And that way you can either take me to jail or take him.
What rights of yours were violated?
The fact that he commit,
What rights of yours
shut
were
the
violated?
fuck up. I'm trying to tell you. Shut the
Right.
fuck up.
What rights?
Shut the
What
fuck
amendment?
up. I'm trying to tell you right now. So shut your fucking mouth.
What right? What amendment? I'm
It's
waiting.
it's called falsely reporting a crime.
He didn't report it. You did.
Bullshit. He fucking brought you over there and you even said that he told you that I was on y'all's property and that I was making threats.
You weren't
That's
arrested,
falsely reporting a fucking crime.
You weren't arrested, were you?
It doesn't matter. He falsely reported a crime.
No, he didn't.
Go fuck yourself. I ain't got a damn thing to say to you, fucking corrupt ass.
Who you need?
I need the sheriff if he's in.
You need the sheriff, like the sheriff himself, or is it a sheriff deputy?
I need the sheriff himself. I was actually the guy that was there the other day where local police as well as the sheriff's deputy showed up outside of the St. Martin Parish Jail. What happened were major civil rights violations, and I need to speak to the sheriff about that.
All right. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna transfer you to his secretary.
All right.
All right, sir. Hold on.
Good morning, Howard Sheriff's Office.
Is the sheriff still in? What's that?
This is his assistant. How can I help you?
Yes, I'm calling actually. I need to speak to the sheriff. This is a major issue that honestly requires the sheriff's attention. This is Matthew Reardon. I was over there at the jail 2 days ago, September 19th. And the local police showed up as well as the sheriff's deputy. And what happened right there is a major thing. What happened at the jail was a major thing. Back on August 25th of this year, my camera gear was broken over me. I'm a journalist. I was outside of the Federal Courthouse in Lafayette. And my camera gear was broken over me by the U.S. Marshals. And I was passed off to Deputy Lafayette at the hospital parking lot and told to be taken to the St. Martin Parish Jail. I told Olivia, I said, what charge am I being charged with? And he said, I don't have a charge. It's just a hold for the U.S. Marshals. I said, no, you can't do that. That's kidnapping. Due process requires that in order for you to take a free man, lock him in a cage, there has to be a charge. I told him to get a supervisor, that if he continued forward taking you to the jail, that ultimately that's putting his qualified immunity on the line. He never did. We're on the way going to jail, and I just know that this is something horrid and dark that was set up, and we're getting close to the jail, and Olivia says, he asked me, please cooperate when we get there to the jail. And I told him, I said, I cannot participate in my own kidnapping. I have a duty and an obligation to not comply on something like that. There's no charge. Get to the jail. He calls one of the booking guards. She's a bigger black woman. And she comes out there. My handcuffed down about as tight as they could be. And they pick me up by the handcuff chain, nearly breaking my wrist. I'm screaming in pain as I was carried to the front desk of the jail. I was treated absolutely horribly in that jail. I've never seen such a just complete disregard for constitutional rights, for civil rights, and it'd be a laughable joke. I was ordered released by the judge the next day. And I feel like I know they were up to something. Well, I went back to the jail 2 days ago on the 19th because I wanted to serve a legal demand to preserve evidence. So I'm letting the county know that any video from the Sally Port, from the booking area that captured this crime being committed must be preserved. I have it in writing. What I would like is I haven't even gotten into what happened 2 days ago. That was a joke right there. My rights were violated yet again. And if I have to come back there in person, it's going to be conflictually based on the past. So I would like the county to take receipt of my legal demand to preserve evidence electronically.
I'm going to have our legal counsel contact you. Is it this contact number 66258?
Yes.
And your name's Matthew Reardon.
Yes.
And you were arrested on August 25th by which agency?
I was kidnapped by the U.S. Marshals, and then your agents took receipt of me. Yes.
Olivier or Olivier?
Olivier. Olivier.
Okay. Okay, I just need some clarification.
Yeah. Hey,
And U.S. Marshals kidnapped you where?
So let the legal counsel know that as a journalist, I'm publishing to We the People News. I'm
gonna let him speak directly to you. U.S. Marshals kidnapped you. Where were you kidnapped? In St. Martin Parish or you Lafayette Parish?
I was in Lafayette Parish.
You were in Lafayette Parish.
Yes.
And you were transferred to our jail.
So I was taken to the hospital. They were the paramedics, when they eventually called them over at Lafayette, when they had me in the back of the Lafayette Courthouse. The paramedics showed up an hour later, and my heart rate was between 140 to 160 beats a minute. I couldn't breathe. I was in so much pain. And they were so dismissive, saying, we just think he's just trying to get out of going to jail. That's bullshit, because I wasn't even charged with the crime.
Okay. Spell your last name for me.
Reardon. But yeah, I was discharged from whatever hospital they took me to late at night, and Olivier took me in shackles. They shackled me up. Olivier took me, and in the car, I asked about the charge. And then he told me that he was basically taking orders. And so I gave him the story about Nuremberg and the Nuremberg trials, and how when the Nazis gassed the Jews and then tried to say that they were just following orders, that didn't cut it. They were held to account, and I'm holding them to account. I told Olivier that night that I was going to strip him of his qualified immunity if he continued on, and he did. And then he took part in my torturing. It was a brutal torturing, being picked up by the bones in your wrist. It's horrible pain. And so I swear I'm going to strip him and anybody that had any dealings of their qualified immunity. There's no question about it.
Okay. I'm going to have our legal counsel contact you, Mr. Matthew, and we'll be back in touch with you, okay?
Okay, so can y'all, I just need to know that as of this date, y'all have been made aware.
No, I'm not accepting any of that, and I'm sure you're probably recording, and I'm asking you not to record.
No,
You are going to speak to our legal counsel. I am not going to accept anything by your words. So what
I'm saying.
And she hung up on me. Well, I was simply trying to make sure that the county had understood its legal obligation. There's now two parties to a case. There's now an accusation that's been made. There's an accuser, and there's the accused.